You can try to learn my ways. Make them feel like I'm no good. Baby, I always knew you would. Are you in the background, waiting for our love to start? Guess you'll probably think you got 'em. Man, I've been thinking right over your head. He's in because of who I am. Now you're you because you said you can. Just remember who's the trusted chest. When you lay your head to rest, you can tell yourself it's all in the past. 'Cause everybody knows that you ain't worth your life. So tell me what it tastes like when you take mine. Look so lit. Tell me what it feels like when you take my name on it. Yeah, my name on it. Nigga still got my name on it. Yeah, you won't change on me. Probably still call my name, don't it? Tell me what it tastes like. Tell me do you taste my lips? Tell me what it feels like. I know you can see my tattoo on 'em.
Yeah, I'm ready. Yo, what's up, y'all? I already know it's Lil Luki R. It's Friday. It's Friday, which means it's media exclusive time. What can I say, man? Intellectual Radio. We rock it. iHeart Radio station. We do this. We do this every Friday, y'all. Shout out to my girl Wanda. She's in the other room. And y'all already know that's helping me out of these boards is my man Earl. What up, though? So he wasn't here last week, so I can't mess with him, but he's here today. So we're definitely gonna ask him some questions because at the end of the day, it's a love question. And he's a little bit older, not too much, not too much. He's seasoned. How we say we seasoned, Earl? We ain't saying no more we older. We seasoned, and he can help us with these opinions. And it's always good to have that male um advice as well. So we're just gonna jump into it. So real quick, I want to do a couple shout outs. I know it's birthday seasons for a lot of people. So happy birthday to everybody that's celebrating a birthday. You're not a Leo, so I don't love you as much, but I love you enough. All right. Everybody that's tuning in with me right now. Um, Thank you for always rocking with me every Friday. I love you for that. And share the video like I always rep. Sharing is caring. So hit that share button and then come back and tune in with me. As far as the weekend, I don't know. I got a lot of little stuff going on the weekend. Again, y'all already know I got my TV audition that's going to come through tomorrow, and I'm already claiming it. And again, I'll let y'all know the results and when it's going to air, what we're going to do, next steps after that. So stay tuned for that for tomorrow. Shout out to Nine Mag. They was definitely here. Ryan Henry, Charmaine, and Four was definitely in the building. So be on the lookout for them. They will definitely grace this beautiful platform I have going on right here. They're gonna definitely rap media exclusive intellectual radio. They're gonna come through the show. And shout out to my man George Daniels. Spoke with him as well. And guess what? Yes, you're right. He will also be on this show. So y'all stay tuned, man. It's gonna be a beautiful spring and then summer, and then we're not even going to speak on the other one. Shout out to everybody that's tuning in. You already know, man. I'm claiming it. That's all we need. Put me back on TV. Like I said, it's not new to me, but it may be new to a few of y'all who have not seen me on television, of course, but I will be on TV. So, claiming it's always good. And, y'all always rock with me. The radio station is definitely not going anywhere. So I'll always have this as well. So I'll have TV and radio. Why not? Let's put it all together. Why not? Let's do this. All right, let's jump into the topic. So the topic today is Love. We're not going to get into, the Jessies and the R. Kellys. We're not going to do none of that. Although they might almost seem like it could be in this topic, because love is love. So let's just go ahead and get into it. Love. What do you guys think love is? A lot of people really think that love is going to keep me with this individual. Love is going to make me not walk away from this individual. They making it almost seem like love is just is like the master of you emotionally. And I don't think that. Personally, I just think that it is definitely what's going on, Nini, that it is definitely a word that's being misused. You agree to that though, Earl? Earl agrees. Love is a word that's being misused right now. It used to be back, and like I said, I claim my 40. I look great to be 40. And I claim it with all highs of the praises, right? And it's just like in my era growing up, because I had my grandparents' love, and that had me to believe that that type of love actually do exist. And I believe you, Auntie Carol. I believe you. It is a noun. It's just a word that is overused, and exactly my point. So if that is the case, then let's get into some scenarios. Let's get into some topics. And again, if y'all have something y'all want to discuss without me just read it, definitely call into the show 708-223-8953. If you want to give me your opinion on love and the boundaries of it. I do not believe that love hurts. I don't. I truly do not believe when people say love hurts. I cannot go with that. I do believe the person hurts you that say they love you. You know what I mean? I don't think that that word, hurt people. I hate when people use that word as in, if you do bad by me, but you love me, which means I'm supposed to do what? Continue to live like this, or be unhappy, or feel some kind of way, but let it be the love that keep us together. No, why? Now you risking unnecessary arguments. Now you risking cheating. Okay? Now you risking a whole bunch of unhappiness, and it should not be that way. It shouldn't be that way. And I'm not going to be that way. Yo, Toya, what's going on? I see you, sweetie. So, what do y'all think? Do y'all think love hurt? Do you think that when you love someone, you're supposed to go through things that make you unhappy because you love that person, or that person loves you? What is keeping you in these unhealthy relationships? Is it love? Is it the D, Earl? Okay. Or is it the P fellas? My thing is, what's really going to keep you there? What happened to the morals? What happened to your self respect? What happened to you just knowing that you deserve better? Why would you stay somewhere when all you think you have is love? Love is not going to keep you there. In my opinion, love is not enough. That's just me. Love is not enough for me to want to stay somewhere and I'm unhappy. We got to stop trying to make that as an excuse when you see the red flags. Those flags really truly mean something. And a lot of us, even myself, okay, I'm not perfect, has had those moments where I was like, you know what, I love this individual. So I'm going to stay, even though I'm unhappy, in hopes that the love will see us through. And that doesn't work. You understand? I thought it was supposed to be a collective feeling and emotions that's together, and that makes us want to explore each other in growth, in spirituality. I mean, just a whole bunch of stuff, and it doesn't work. Instead, everyone comes back to the love. And that is just like interesting that people really think that. Those that's being abused, no disrespect to anyone that's out there, because I know it's a harder platform to just walk away when you're being abused. But at the same time, you have to know when to let it go. And you can't keep saying that love is the reason you stand, because love is not going to pay the bills. Love is not going to, make sure you get to and from work. Love doesn't do none of that. So don't make love be the reason you want to stay somewhere, because at the same time, what if that love is no longer there? Then why are you still there? All right, let's get into some comments. I see everybody chiming in. All right, so we've already stated that it is a noun, it is a word, and it is definitely being overused. So now we have love is an action. When you see that person for who they are, if I stay, is because we have the understanding of who we are as individuals. Come on now. Let's bring it. Carolyn, that was great. I liked that one right there. And it's exactly what it is. It's the group, it's the love that we're bringing to each other. I'm pouring out the love that I have for myself before anything. And that should be an easy flow when you're able to try to give it to someone else who also have a matching flow. I'm all into like the energy and the vibes. You know what I mean? Like sex is not gonna be the love that I need. Let's just be 100. A lot of people's confusing like, lust, and love. Them L's right there are different. You know what I mean? It's like a step. Hey, I like you, right? Then after I like you and get to know you, hey, I lust you, right? Because you're giving me something that I'm feeding on. I'm feeling this. I'm feeling you. I'm loving this energy. Then it could grow into love. Keyword grow into love, because once you hit that word, then those emotions is invested. But that doesn't mean you can't get out of love. All right. So stop just assuming that because this person is making you feel this way in a week, you feel me? You love this person. You don't know this person. And it may take a while to truly know someone, but know yourself first, so then you'll know what you're actually getting into before you drop this L word. People have been dropping this L word so quick, boy. I don't even know what it is no more. I mean, I believe we should come up with a whole nother word that don't even mean love. Don't even have love in it, because it's being used so quick. It's just like saying good morning, good afternoon, good night. It's so quick to be said, and it shouldn't be like that, because it used to be a word that meant something. Like friendship used to be a word that meant something. Now everybody a friend. Everybody is this. Everybody is. Come on, man. Figure it out. Determine what it is that you truly want for yourself, and build into that. Stop always making it seem like love is the root of it all. Yo, you know what? I love going to work. Yo, I love this. Oh, I love this. Okay, but then you using it and you're misusing it at the same time. You know what I mean? A lot of people don't understand that. It's just crazy. I don't get that. I've had my share of good relationships and bad relationships, and a lot of them, really thought that love. You love me. If you love me, you wouldn't do this. If you love me, you wouldn't do that. If you love me, really? So it's like y'all using that word as that crutch. Well, I loved you, so I cheated because I ain't want to, break your heart, or I ain't want to lose you. Really, I've heard it all. It's like, come on, man. We have to love self first. Love self first, and we could do it. Like those girls that a lot of people say, well, those girls, they really love R. Kelly. Stop it. It's not love. I'm not gonna let no one abuse me. I'm not gonna let no one mistreat me at any fact. None. It's not gonna happen. That ain't love. That's control. And a lot of people is misunderstanding that it's control as well. When you feel as though you can't really walk away because you love someone, that person have a hold on you. Should no one have that hold on you like that. Whether you married, whether it's just a significant other or anything like that, it should not ever feel like it's a job to be with that person. You understand? You shouldn't have to go through the arguments to say, oh, well, if that person don't argue or fight or hit me or batter me or whatever the case may be, they don't love me. Let me tell you right now, you put your hands on me, we thumping. We thumping hard. Earl, we thumping, bro. I ain't trying to hear none of that. You're not finna put your hands on me and then the next day I love you. You're not gonna verbally abuse me and the next day I love you. I'm not going. There's no way in God's creation I'm gonna be able to take that. I'm not. Shout out to everybody that's tuning in right now. And okay, Lance, what you say no one is perfect, male or female, but the key is communication. If two people don't have that, the relationship failed before it even started. This is true. That's what I'm saying. Like, back in the day, and I can't say I lived it. That was my grandparents' years. But back in the day, before you even got into sex with someone, you actually had to court them. And a lot of people don't understand that. Just because I like you, you like me, we together. No. It shouldn't be like court that. And then let me tell you something else on that. Before it even got there, you had to go to the person's parents for the approval. That's how deep it is. You supposed to, like, in this generation, it's not even about that. They don't court no more. It's more so I like you, you like me. They have sex within the next 2-3 days, stuff like that. But if you actually did it right, if you want those 20, 50, 60-year marriages, okay, then back then you would actually have the family get the approval through the family, because it was a different time. You didn't have to worry about the friends. It was really more about the parents that gave the approval, because this is the person that potentially you are trying to marry or get to know or live a life with. And a lot of people don't understand that. Like I said, those times obviously are different from these times, but those times actually meant you truly getting to know that other person. There was nothing else beyond that. Sex wasn't even in thought unless you married that person. So that took you all that time to truly just get to know that individual, likes, dislikes, mood swings, all that type of stuff. You had that time to truly get to know that individual. And now these times don't exist. Okay, so Auntie said any relationship it goes through three stages. You lust for what you see, then you can't stand them when the lust wears off. This is true. If you make it past the stage number two, hold on, let me open that. Then you find peace and harmony with that person. Now I can call it love. Come on, y'all. Y'all giving it to me now. This is what I'm talking about. RJ says, so how do people I don't know. Okay, RJ, redo that because that was not a complete sentence. I don't even know what half that is. So just redo it, RJ. So that's my thing. So at the end of the day, love can be a beautiful thing. When it's together in unity. You know what I mean? When everyone is on the same accord, how could it not be beautiful? It's actually the most amazing feeling amongst those two individuals because it's not going to be the same if just one feeling it and the other one not. Then you create an awkwardness. Then you expecting me to be where you are right now and I'm not there yet. So you can't force me and rush me to be where you are. Let it flow. But when it does finally catch up, and it does, because everybody baggage. I mean, if you ever been in any relationship, you've had some baggage. You got some coming, with you. But that doesn't mean you bring it in its entirety to the situation. You just grow from what you know in your previous relationships, and see if this relationship is gonna be different and better, or is it having some type of similarities? Because sometimes the red flags are there, but we cannot keep ignoring what we see because we're so thirsty and hungry for that never ending story of a love song or something like that. You can't keep doing that. See it for what it is and make it better. Okay, if you see a flag, keep it moving. Keep it moving. A lot of people feel like, oh, well, I'm this age and I don't want to be by myself, or I'm this age. But would you rather be by yourself with peace, or would you rather be with someone and they're not giving you peace? But because you want it, because you're reaching this age, or because you have this set and go, then let's do that. No, you're selling yourself short. You're forcing yourself to have something that's not meant for you. If you 60 years old and don't find love until then and it's real, who said it was a time frame on it? Who said it? And women, let me get on y'all for a second. Stop proposing to y'all men. I know Earl, we spoke about that briefly once before, but stop doing that. Don't don't do that. Excuse me. You're forcing a man to make a commitment to something he probably didn't want to do. Okay? If a man want to marry you, a man, key word, man want to marry you, he will actually propose to you. But y'all out here going to get the ring. Y'all figure like, look, we've been together 5 years. You still ain't said nothing. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna go and propose to this man because this is who I want to be with. But do he want to be with you because he ain't asked you? Don't force it. All right, RJ, you said, but we have to look at how the times have evolved. We now live in a microwave age, and the kids don't ask for phone numbers. It's Snapchat, Facebook, Instagram, etc. This is true. We are in different times. Everything is mostly and 90% actually social media. Absolutely. So there is no real dating. They go off of their Facebook and they figure, hey, this is what it is. So hey, this is where I'm gonna meet. And I get it. A lot of people don't go out. So social media does help with dating. I can't lie. I've had my share of meeting individuals on social media and dating them. But now you're looking at, are they with you for who you are? Because Facebook celebrities and shit, it doesn't really work that way, but it's been working out. But that doesn't really give you the opportunity to know that individual, because now, as us being on Facebook or Instagram, we following each other. You see me, you comment, and now all of a sudden you done turned and became a whole new person now that we're in a relationship. Oh, who is that on your page liking you this, and who on your page liking you that? It's too much. Now they want passwords and passcodes and things like that. This is the era. Because back then, trust was given until you destroyed it. So a lot of people don't understand that either. It's all automatically once we say the R word, and R, it seemed like when you actually commit to the R word or the relationship word, things just change. Why? Don't change. Do not change. You know what I mean? It's don't change who you are. This is the person that had me like you. This is the person that made me want to get to know you. Now you're changing because we didn't officially made it a relationship, and now you're someone else. Let's get into some more comments. So RJ, you said, so if two women want to get married, then what? Those situations are slightly different, but actual heterosexual situation, that man, if he's not ready, and that's really with anyone, whether it's heterosexual or homosexual relationship, if that individual after whatever period, and again, it goes back to me stating, when people don't know each other, when you having that first go out, y'all talking at this dinner or whatever, at that exact time is when you're supposed to be getting to know this person. Like an example, if I'm out and we're talking, the first thing, hey, you got any kids? Y'all little talking, y'all getting some info. This is the interview, as I used to call them, the interview process. Well, no, I ain't got no kids, but I may want some when you supposed to listen. That's the time where you're listening to see if this is something you want to go further with, or at some point after this dinner, that's it. Because if I'm listening to you, if I'm a person who don't want no kids and that individual want kids, guess what? How's that going to work? She wants some, you don't. Same with marriage. Well, what do you think about getting married? I'm not really into stuff like that. I don't believe in it. I think it's just paper. Boom. Listen, that person don't believe in it. And you're a type of person like, man, I'm ready to settle down and get married. Y'all already on two different paths. Already the flags are there. And guess what we do? We hope that I'm the type of person that could to change your mind. You understand what I'm saying? You can't do that. Let it be what it be. But then a lot of people say, well, hey, they may get to want to change their mind, but then what if they don't? What if it's 2 years later, 3 years later, four, five, however the case may be, and y'all still in that limbo where that person still don't want kids, that person still don't see themselves being married. What was the purpose of that? Because of the arrogance that we all have, figure that, hey, I'm this type of person, I'm this, that person is gonna change their mind, they're gonna want to do all this stuff with me. Gamble. Is it worth the gamble? All right. Amaya, you says, I've never dated anyone I met on social media. It happens. Sometimes you don't, but I promise you, if you dated that person and you Google their name on any social media, they're probably on it. Especially now, in these days and time, they're definitely on social media at this point, unless they just don't really do social media. But most of the time, there are. You just probably not following them, or not aware. But if you haven't, that's great. That's really good. Carolyn, you said it's hard because your mind plays tricks on you. Your ego gets in the way. Pain from your past can make you believe untruths. True. That's why I'm saying baggage. Everyone having it. And if we're able to find that medium where we can not always bring our past issues or our past relationships into something that's potentially new, but it's so hard because everything seems deja vu. Oh yeah, baby, I ain't gonna never hurt you. I know what I want. Deja vu. You heard that in the last two relationships or the last relationship you was in. So you look at that person with that side eye, like, okay, I've heard this before though. I'm trying to trust you. You're doing everything that I like, and then boom, oh, my ex used to do this, and then there's the comparison. And sometimes, as they say, your past can talk you out of your present. So you have to learn how to remember the things that you don't want to go through, and not always knock the new person, because everyone has that. Well, but if you don't give that opportunity, you may miss it, and that person could be the one for you. So you guys be mindful of that as well when you're moving towards something new. RJ, you say social media destroys being social. True. True. Because I went and I saw a couple eating in a restaurant. He on his phone watching something, she's doing paperwork. Now, mind you, at first I went past them and they was like, yeah, you know what, we got to hook up more often. I miss our time together. Ooh. And in that same blink, they distance themselves at the table doing other stuff. So it's like, when I grew up, we didn't have all that. We had pagers. Okay. It's kind of hard to be distracted with a pager, and then it went further. We wound up having a two-way pagers, and now you was able to text and do this and talk on it and all of that stuff. So it does, it takes away of that connection you can have with someone. And social media does play a part in that, but it also the maturity level in the two individuals. Have a moment where you're like, hey, look, if we doing this, if we don't have kids, at least make sure the kids are straight, then we can move forward in our date and just be about us. Have it where you guys, it's not hard for you guys to determine these times or these days, no phones. You have to be consistent in wanting to do that. If not, social media will run it. Who's on your page and all that. If that person was secure within the relationship, they wouldn't have to worry about all that. Because if you're not ugly, of course, people was gonna, say this and say that. That's just how they are. But be secure within you guys to know that, hey, it doesn't matter what someone say or like or post. I'm with you, and that's just how it is. I mean, a lot of people crushing on all type of people, but it's up to the individual to step forward or stay true to where they are. All right, Lance, you say people also gets lazy and comfortable in a relationship. And when they do that, it causes frictions. They stop doing things that they, excuse me, were doing in the beginning. Now, I'm not saying be a robot, but if you want, hold on, I got to expand it. I lost you for a second. Where did it go? Blah, blah, blah. All right. I'm not saying it to be a robot, but if you want your man or woman to be happy, you have to continue to do things you were doing in the beginning with a little spice. And I agree. I totally 100% agree. Stop. You should never stop the chase. That's the best way I put it. Never stop the chase. Even when you're married, old kids, all that, never stop the chase. And people do that. Oh, I got them. I'm good. Now I ain't got to do this. Now I ain't got to do that. But then that person gonna get bored. Not saying bored of you, just like, man, there's no frizzle. There's no, you always hear that, hey, spice it up. That's true. You should always want to keep up that spice. Always have that person wanting you, chasing you. It should never be a day where you have to stop being, the person to be chased. And mind you, even though they already got you, it should always be there. You should always chase who you got. Never get comfortable to the point you feel as though they would never leave you, because that is definitely not the truth. All right, Donetta, you said the relationship word makes people become complacent. I agree. Are we able to replace it though? Can we use another word where they don't feel as though it's a job? Because when most people get in relationships, the first thing they say is, well, or they don't want to get in a relationship. The first thing they say is, well, I don't want to feel obligated to having to call this person. I don't want to feel obligated to want to have. But why should it be an obligation? Why do you feel like it? When people say stuff like that, it's like a job. You should just want to talk to your significant other. You should always want to feel like you missing your significant other. That's the purpose of building that union. I don't want anyone to be with me and be like, man, since I'm in this relationship with her, I guess I gotta call her. Well, I'm in this relationship. I guess it's time for me to, go hang out with her, go on a date. I don't want that. I want you to be like, oh my God, on your off day, babe, we gonna do this or we gonna do. Yes, that's what I want. That's how it should be. It should not feel like because we're in this relationship that you have to feel like it's a job being with your significant other. That's insane, but people do feel like that. All right, RJ, you say we have all been around each other and everyone on their phones. True, true. But if I'm on a date, I don't even care if it's just a moment. We having lunch together before we go back to work. It's our time. Communicate. Talk to me. What's been going on? What's this? What's that? If I'm gonna go on a date and you gonna eat for like 5-10 minutes and then you turn around and be on your phone, we could have not done this, because now I'm gonna feel some kind of way. Now I'm gonna feel like, okay, well, all that stuff you just said right before we finished eating, you didn't really mean, because now you jump right on your phone, you doing your thing. I'm over here now. I'm back doing paperwork. You already came to this dinner, lunch, or whatever, knowing you're not going to give me your undivided attention. So what was the purpose of it? But again, these are all just my opinions. Um, or just you say they don't care no more. They don't date no more. They don't. What? Why date if you already knowing you finna give me the underwear? And people got to stop doing that, y'all. Sex does not make the relationship work if that's all it was based on anyway. All right, let's just keep that clear. Let's just remind ourselves on that. Sex does not make a relationship work if it was already based on that. All right. So, RJ, you say 10 years ago, women could not get married. We had to settle for being together. This is true. But you also have those people that really wants that marriage. Like, I've never been married. I want to get married. A lot of people say, oh, it's just, it's overrated for those that's been married. Okay. Don't knock me wanting to want to get married to, whomever I'm going to be with at XYZ. But at the end of the day, it's still it's still maturity within that. Everything still has to have its own set of maturity. You won't want to marry somebody who's not thinking further and want to, better themselves. Why would you want to marry someone that's still stuck in an era that's no longer here? You know what I'm saying? Get someone that's mentally compatible with you, spiritually compatible with you. All right. Those are very essential tools for me. Like I said, I can't speak for everyone else. But if we're not there mentally and spiritually, we're not gonna make it. At least not with me. All right. So we have Carolyn, you also say the interview is the new courting. I have had several. I provide you with information that gives you a drop of who I am. Only the investment of your time will you know me. Exactly. My thing is, you do not know me in 2 months. And sometimes it may take a little bit longer. You have to also remember a lot of people has been damaged to the point where it's broken and they may need a little bit more security within the relationship. So it may take them a little bit of time to come out of that shell, but that doesn't mean that they're a bad person. They may be able to get out of it sooner if they feel that comfortableness, but you're not really sure. But dating in its own is a risk. Okay, it's a gamble with your heart to give it to someone you don't know who you're trying to get to know, and you never really know the outcome. I mean, a lot of representatives show up first. Okay, a lot of representatives show up first before you truly meet that person. Okay. You have a very rare set of people that'll show you who they are in the dough. You ain't got to worry about months and years later. All this time you done met the representative and now you finally meeting this person and you can like, who in the double H is you? You get what I'm saying? So keep your eyes open, guys. Don't get, persuaded on the fact that this individual look good, sound good, smell good, and do everything sexually good, and it just takes you away of your actual focus. Auntie Carolyn, you also say you agree with Lance. Then you also said the old people used to say what it took to get them is the same thing it takes to keep them. And actually, that's actually still true. My thing is how you get me is going to be how you keep me. Because at the end of the day, that's how you got me. You know what I'm saying? Like I want more of that. When you stop doing that and you feel like, oh, I ain't gotta do it no more because I gotta, I'm eventually, I'm gonna go somewhere. I'm gonna be gone. I don't have time for it. I'm gonna have to roll out. Fila, what's going on? Welcome to the show. Stefan, you said preach. Oh man, I mean, I'm saying we've all had these stories, man. We've all been through it. We've all had our moments where we've all cheated or lied or done something. And at the end of the day, you still got to grow from it. At the bottom line, you still have to grow. We was all kids that grew up some. And if you are able to say you've grown from it, then you also understand how messed up it was or how painful it was and the knowledge you got from it. I mean, when we make mistakes, instead of having karma, learn from it and then you won't continue to repeat it because that's exactly what it is. You're going to continue to repeat it until you learn whatever that lesson was in it. And I'm a strong believer in that because I didn't get it until I realized in a few of my relationships I'm repeating the exact same thing. Why? Because I didn't get it. I didn't pay attention. I wasn't trying to pay attention. I let my ego get the best of me, and in that case I kept repeating it. I kept getting hurt, and now I'm like, okay, yeah, I'm not doing this. And it seems like when you say that, it's like you almost breaking a curse. So just be mindful. You all know what it is you want or don't want. Don't settle because you feel like, all right, I'm tired of being single. It's not that serious. When they say it is truly somebody out there for someone, I believe that. But you can't rush to get the first person you see. It's not that serious. All right. Auntie, you say, I enjoy being married, seeing your friend every day. It was good. I agree because that's that person. Excuse me, I'm choking. Sorry, people. I'm back a little bit. Wow, this conversation good. You got me right here. You hear it? Woo. All right. So, sorry about that, people. I'm really choking. All right. So, Toya, you say the bottom line, your mate is supposed to be your stress reliever. You go to that person that you can't wait to talk to see as soon as you get off work or out of school, etc. If you don't have that, bye. It's a waste of period. It's a waste period. I agree. Your significant other, excuse me, your significant other is that one you want to be able to talk to, other than like your, at one point you have your best friend or close relative or however the case may be. But the one that you're intimate with, okay, that's that key word that you're intimate with. Normally be the person you tell things to because they're getting a part of you that no one else is really getting a part of. And because of that, you feel that comfortableness to tell them things. But lately, people is not being their stress reliever. They're being their stressor. And that's bad too. And I've known because I've been there. I said that like I was mad in. I said that like I was mad in Earl. I ain't mad, y'all. I'm good. RJ, you said because you're horny, they homeless and jobless, but can do the thing great. And that's true. A lot of people be like, you know what, this individual, he ain't got none, or she, this, or, things like that, because, of course, it's a PG show, so I ain't gonna get too reckless with it. But they do believe because this individual can get it in the bed, or because this girl finding that thing, everybody want her like an Instagram model. You stay there. You stay. Why are you staying? Because of somebody good in bed, or because they fine and everybody want them? That's not good enough. That is exactly what it is. They're good in bed and they fine. That's all y'all trying to tell me. That is all y'all need to be in a happy, successful relationship is good D and good looks. Earl, is that what you need? Without the good D, of course, but good in bed and good looks. That's all you need. See, a lot of people do that. Though. I don't know if it's just this generation. I don't remember too much in my era that was what it was based on. But in this era, it is. And I don't understand that. Popularity. Oh man, no, why? That is not enough. That is not gonna get you nowhere in life, let alone in a relationship. It is not. But I take that back because they do have porn. And there are models. They gotta have way more than that to give. I mean, let's just be honest. Other than maybe STDs and fake hair and stuff like that. That's just me. All right, Auntie, you say know yourself first, which is true. I've always told people if you love self first and know yourself first, then you in the dough knowing you ain't going. You ain't going for nothing other than you've already said what you want. It is not about setting your goals and standards too high. People that small minded will say stuff like that. But at the end of the day, it's knowing what you're not going to tolerate, knowing your self worth. And that's a word we're going to tap into real quick. Let me read this comment, Carol. You said, know yourself first. Always see what you are not looking, not looking at. Always look to see the truth in a person. Then choose if this is still the person you want to be with. Love hurts when who you thought it was is not. Now you have to either stay or go. And your ego wants you to stay, but the truth will lead you always to something better. Come on now. That's facts right there. If y'all didn't hear anything, that is straight facts right there. Because your ego don't want to admit that it was wrong. Okay? Your ego don't want you to feel disappointed, defeated, hurt. It's always the ego. Because one thing is telling you something and then the ego telling you something, but instead of you doing the right thing, you want to stay. And some people do it because they always feel, oh, well, I molded this person to be. No, you didn't. Stop saying that you molded someone to be something and then they went and found somebody else. Stop doing that. Stop doing that. We grown in these streets. Okay? That person either wanted to do it or didn't. Always a choice. There's always a choice. But again, y'all, my opinions. Carolyn, you said people stay due to their own insecurities. Come on, that's all I just said. They do that. They thinking like, well, I'm short. Ain't nobody gonna want me because I'm short. I'm fat. Ain't nobody else gonna want me because I'm fat. Fam, what I just say? People for somebody is for somebody. That's it. That person is there. You just gotta stop settling for the first thing that walk your way. First thing that give you attention. The first person that's like, yo, I think you cute because you've been single for 2-3 years. Oh, there you go. No, stop that, y'all. Stop that. Stop rushing for the first thing that look good to say something that's gonna be good for you. No, stop it. Okay? Ain't nobody got that good of a gift or gab ever, except for me. All right. RJ, you say somebody tired of her butt too. Could be. You know what I mean? That could be it. But if you're seeing that the relationship is falling and neither one of y'all is trying to rebuild it, then walk away and let it go. Stop saying, "Well, I don't want nobody else to have it," but you don't want them either. So now y'all gonna cheat, and then it's gonna be a big thing. Now you're involving someone else into y'all mess. That's not cool. RJ, nope, looks fade like a mofo. Give a regular chick with a beautiful heart. I'm good. Exactly. You know what I mean? You could be a dime with a nice little body and shape, and then next thing you know, you gain weight. Then what? Okay, you got this long silky hair, but something happened, and now you don't have it. Then what? Your attitude is gonna always be who you are. Anything that's a physical can always change, and if that person don't love you for who you are or respect you for who you are, then it's nothing. I'm just keeping it 100. So you all have to understand that we all want that love. We all want that beautiful package, that white picket fence, the stuff that we grew hearing was what we should be looking for as we get older. But that doesn't mean it's gonna come in that same form, especially as everything changes as we get older. And you have to understand that love is not what it used to be. And it may not ever be that way. Considering it's such a misused word, you have to look at it for like, hey, what it is I want. Who am I? You know what I'm saying? What is it that I want that's going to make me happy? And stop saying, well, my standards is too high. There is no such thing. Okay. There is absolutely no such thing as my standards are too high. Why you just can't be tired of BS? Why you just can't be tired of people saying they want something? And a lot of stuff a lot of people do is when they want a relationship or they want you because you fit the physical um, package that they're looking for without even knowing who you are, they'll sit there and say they want exactly what you want, but in their head they don't. Don't do that. If you're not looking for marriage, then say you're not looking for marriage. If you don't want no kids, say you don't want no kids. If you say you don't want a house, say you don't say you want all of these things for the simple fact I'm saying I want it. Because when I'm looking for you to put up what you said and then you don't, now we have a problem. Because now I'm at that time when I'm ready to, go on the conversation and the words that we both agree that we both wanted, and then you did not really want that. Now we have a problem. Okay. So just be mindful of that. If you're not ready for something, y'all, then don't. Carolyn, you said don't be scared to be alone. Learn to be on your own. So when that person comes along, that's funny, it's all in one word, right? You can share your happiness with. Don't expect this person to make you happy. Come on, y'all. Self love. Learn how to make yourself happy. And then another thing too, y'all, don't feel ashamed or, embarrassed if you take yourself out. If you can't enjoy your own company, how are you going to enjoy somebody else's? I have not one single problem going to a movie by myself, going to a Red Lobster by myself. Wanna know why? Because I ain't got to worry about nobody nagging. I ain't got to worry about when somebody want to leave. I ain't got to worry about a high bill. All that. I ain't got to worry about none of that. So if that is the case, y'all, learn how to love yourself first. Because if you know how to love yourself first, can't no one love you any other way. They're not going to mistreat you. They're not going to take advantage. They're not going to see, oh, this person is weak. I know how I can get in. You ain't going. You already not going. So with that being said, y'all just be mindful of that. Self-love, all right? Worth. Let's tap into this word that a lot of people seem to just give up on. Your self-worth, come on, man. If you ain't never been in nothing physical or verbally abusive, never, ever. And then you get with somebody, because again, looks or the D or whatever, okay? And then you get with this individual and then they start hitting on you or they start verbally abusing you. But he got everything else you want. Maybe even a good job. Maybe he has that package that you need, or not need. I'll take that back. Maybe they have the package that you looking for that's gonna, as you say, complete you. And we'll get into that as well if we got some time. At the same time, y'all, you're gonna allow yourself to step off of your self-worth because of this individual that's verbally or physically abusing you. Are you kidding me right now? It ain't even that serious. Because that same or someone within that same structure and package that you're looking for probably never ever put their hands on you. But your self worth should have. Oh no, oh no, and don't be afraid to press some charges, honey. Let them people in the cell block, what I'm saying, hit on them and things like that. Your self worth is more than anything. It is not even something that can be bought. When you have that, is nothing in this world that's gonna ever make anyone treat you any other way than what your self worth is talking. That's all I'm saying, y'all. Stop, stop, stop letting down certain standards, or walking away from your self worth that you didn't build so hard to get because of the being lonely or because you want love so bad. Stop that. Stop that. Don't ever settle yourself short for something that you can find in someone else. Maybe that person may not be the finest. Maybe that person's job ain't at $20, but that doesn't mean that person can't get to $20. That person is not gonna ever put their hands on you or ever verbally abuse you. Come on, y'all, stop it. Stop it. RJ say it's okay to be alone. It is. It is. Especially if it's gonna give you peace. Especially if it's gonna give you peace. Okay? RJ, y'all say me either. I enjoy my own company. You got to. If you can't enjoy being in your own space, how you gonna have somebody else in your space? Donetta, you said yes, love yourself first. Absolutely. Carolyn, you said know your self worth is knowing how to stand alone. Come on, y'all. Just like that. Aisha, you say don't be afraid to walk away when you see the red flags. And that is something everyone forgets to do. Or that's something that people hesitate to do. And then it be years later and then you so unhappy and stuff like that. A lot of people don't know how to walk away, especially when they believe that they're attached or something of that case. No, get unattached, okay? Attach quicker if possible. Learn yourself. Pray about it, y'all. It's not hard. You have to want better to do better. And I definitely believe that. All right, RJ, you say, if we could really learn to love the way our grandparents loved, our communities would be so much better. There is a lack of self care and self love in our communities. That's it's okay not to what you say. It's okay. No, sorry, y'all. That it's cool to not to love, and that's sad, and that's true. I mean, it's a lot of stuff that we could tap on when it comes to the community. That'll probably be another show, but yeah, you absolutely right. They don't know how to love, and this is like I said, it's always different times, different generations, and the things that they're being taught. Me being raised and how I was taught is completely different from this generation now. Maybe some of my friends and you guys that's within our age range with each other, and of course, my aunties that's on now. We may understand that, but you have the different upbringing in these individuals. I mean, we've seen the news how, literally these babies are truly having babies and do not know what to do to be better than we were. It's like I will if I was to have kids, I would want them to be better than me. Not saying that I'm disappointed in who I am. No, it's just I know it's so much more out there. It's so much more you can be and do that we probably didn't have the resources when I was coming up that they have now. And a lot of people don't understand that. And it's, without people being correctly taught a lot of things they don't know. Love doesn't always have to be within a significant other. Of course, we know love could be within a race, a culture, or, a community. But without knowing that, you really don't have that structure. So they may not even know that there's different ways of loving. Instead, because of their low self-esteem, they settle. Okay, so stop settling, everybody. I know this hour went real quick and we really getting it in, and I love y'all feedback. Y'all know this. But at the end of the day, love it doesn't hurt. Okay. Disappointment exists. Um, wanting something better for yourself exists. Your self worth exists. Okay. Self esteem, low or high, exists. Okay. Don't allow someone to say, well, you're not good enough for me, because I promise you, it's someone out there that's like, you're right for me. So just remember that. Just because this person is not feeling this way doesn't mean that next person you meet is not. So self worth, y'all. Love is real. Let's keep it 2000. RJ, I want to get into that community talk, but we will not have enough time. So let's just get into that. Of course, maybe next week on the show, we'll ping it back up and talk about that real quick before let me get into this last two comments. Tori, you say, and some excuses people use, we have a baby or kids together, but you're damaging the kids because they see all of the dysfunction causes. If you're not happy, trust the kids aren't either. And that's true. Okay, kids at a certain age, they're sponges. Okay, they're sponges. That's how we're able to teach them how to read, right? Say the ABCs, say mom, say dad, say their name, and then as they get older, hey, remember your address, remember your phone number. They're sponges. Okay, we're molding them, we're growing them, we're teaching them, and what they see in the household, don't get it twisted. They do remember. Okay, if they see mommy hit daddy or daddy hit mommy, they see that, and at some point, if they're not taught sooner, they will not be able to not believe that that is not right. Instead, in their mind, they believe that it was okay because I saw it in my household. What people see as a child, it do affect them as they get older. Heck, it even affect those that are older. Okay, so just be mindful of that too. If it's not working and there's more arguing and more fighting in the house, maybe you should separate, maybe some counseling, anything that's going to better yourselves if kids are involved. If for whatever reason y'all do not have those kids and it's still toxic, bounce, bounce. Walk away, because unfortunately when people don't do that, we get those crime stories on the news. XYZ ex-boyfriend, jealous girlfriend killed some. It's not, and now you done wasted lives, you didn't damage households because your egos is not allowing you to walk away. RJ, you say that's where the community comes in. My mom's had two kids before 17, but I had my granny and my great grandmother who was there. And that's true. Sometimes, we're able and we're blessed to have those people um, to actually, look out for us. And that's a beautiful thing as well. Carolyn, you say we keep looking for something someone told use we needed. My grandparents were together to survive. They were just coming out of slavery, so what they had was the strength of the other. Come on now. And a lot of people is not understanding that either. When you truly find that one, you're definitely gonna have that type of connection where you bounce off each other. That the thing that they say, oh man, this person know me so well, we finish each other's sentences. That's what I'm looking for. You understand? That's what I'm looking for, because that right there is like we're on the same page. We're for each other. And a lot of people don't understand, if you don't have the best interest for yourself, then most of the time don't nobody have the best interest for you either. It's a very small few that do, but most of them don't, because they're looking at how you're treating yourself. Oh, I ain't got to treat her like this because this is how she acting. So just be mindful of that. All right, y'all. I know this topic is getting deep, but my hour has came and went now. With that being said, thank you for everyone that has chimed in, shared this video, gave me their advice, their input on this topic. I think it's a very sensitive. I might even have to pick up on a part 2 for it, just to make sure we get it all out. Thank you for everyone again that's tuning in, that's on here with the comments or just even watching it and sharing it. Y'all rock with me. Stay tuned. I got some really good information. Hopefully tomorrow after my audition. So stay tuned for that. Be on the lookout for the NAMAG squad. They definitely will probably be in the building. I'll let you know when they're gonna come on the show. And of course, my good friend Uncle George Daniels. Y'all already know I try to keep it all live. With that being said, Earl, thank you. Love that, man. And Wanda, she's in the other room. Ali, I see you, man. You out there. Y'all stay here. Stay tuned. I'm going to get with y'all right after I go to this here break. Other than that, media exclusive. Y'all know every Friday from 12 p.m. to 1 p.m. Central Standard Time with your girl, Leah Lukey R. Catch me out on all of the, oh my God, all the books. Facebook, Instagram, I'm everywhere. Leah Lukey R. You can Google me, Media Exclusive, or shout out to Ego Media. That was my very first company. I still rock with it. Intellectual Radio, Earl always keep me rocking. Definitely an iHeart Radio station. I love you guys. Y'all stay tuned. Who am I gonna rock it out with today? Let's do Where's Bardo? We're gonna rock it out with Bardo. We're gonna get us some grooving going on right now. If I can get it to work. There we go. Like always. We rocking? There we go.
Girl, it's just something about you. I could watch you all day, all day, all day, all day. I cut the record on and then I let the song play, song play, song play. And what you make my beat do. tricks my pen do, tricks you make my pen do, tricks my pen do, tricks you make my pen do, tricks my pen do, tricks you make my pen do, girl you make my pen move. Baby grab the wheel, cause I just keep on swerving, leaning out the window, pointing fingers while I'm cursing, roasted off that kill, but ain't none on my purses, hella hospital bills, all them necks that you be hurting, she keep them turning, not once, not twice, they be tryna holler, she like alright, I be laughing at them, she like not nice, she got that American pie and everybody wanna slice like a drop shot, when we get it in, they gotta turn off the shot clock, really cold shoulders, we both prefer the hot box spring, rocking my queen, got these four walls feeling like a hot spring or a warm autumn in which we ignore problems, you gorgeous girl, got enough for 4 bottoms, short story long, beside me's where you belong, anytime I write a verse, bridge, chorus, or a song, come on, girl, it's just something about you, I can watch you all day, all day, all day, all day, I cut the record on and then I let the song play, song play, song play, and what you make my pen do, tricks my pen do, tricks you make my pen do, tricks my pen do, tricks you make my pen do, tricks my pen do, tricks you make my pen do, girl you make my pen move, girl I know what you're thinking, girl I know, said I know what you're thinking. Girl, I know what you're thinking, it's just that makes me smile and makes me laugh, but girl, you're mistaken, the past is the past, so don't do me dirty, just hop in this bag before I have to get ya, singing like Little Richard, I bet not get online one time, stumble across these pictures, no, girl, it's just something about you, I can watch ya, dancing to my music all damn day and never stop, it come to pop, I know you wanna have some fun like Cindy Lauper, but say we drink the C and drink straight out the bottle. Where you go, girl, I'ma follow. Need you for the final product. Sing a verse like la da 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 da. Girl, it's just something about you. I could watch you all day, all day, all day, all day. I cut the record on and then I let the song play, song play, song play. And what you make my pen do, tricks my pen do, tricks you make my pen do, tricks my pen do, tricks you make my pen do, tricks my pen do, tricks you make my pen do, girl you make my pen do, pen do.